Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be having a senior moment here at Networking Arizona. It's just one of those days. I got a lot of senior things going on here, so it's going to be kind of fun. My next guest, we're also live on Facebook, so like us and follow us, and then I'm going to share this after the show, and everyone loves when I do that kind of stuff. I have with me, I'm going to say it right, it's Leisha Ilea, if I said that correctly, I'm not quite sure,
correct.
Who is the owner and CEO of Intouch Senior Services. She's an aging specialist who also does senior placement as well. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do. Welcome to the show.
Well, first of all, I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad to educate the community through your show. So what we do is we provide housing for older adults, and we also provide resources. So one of the things that's different is we provide a lot of resources that we've interacted with face-to-face. So it's not just a website saying, this is who we recommend, or these are the list of all the homes or facilities available. We've actually interacted with them, and we can give our experiences. So on our website, you can view a mobile beautician or a mobile doctor or any type of service that's related to aging or older adults. And of course, one of the main things that we do is placement. So we start with usually a consultation on the phone, and we'll talk to the families or an older adult and see where they're at and what their needs are, their budget, their care requirements present and in the future. And then we'll do a more in-depth consultation, and most of the time I get to meet my patients, my residents that are being placed. And then we'll go and tour, and we'll tour facilities or homes, and we typically try not to do more than 3 or 4, just because it can get really hot here in Arizona. And during the touring process, we can ask all the details that are needed for the families and inform them about the facilities or the homes that they're looking at. And then we'll follow up. And in between, we're always providing resources, whether it's the new changes with Medicare or VA changes or anything we keep up to date.
And also, you do much more than that. I mean, you also even have medical resources for them as well. So let's talk about that too.
So one of the other things that we provide is we sell medical supplies. And the reason why is because we've had so many people complain about how expensive they are. So not only do we provide medical supplies, we provide free quotes. So if you find something that's expensive, you can call us and we'll look everywhere. And if we find it somewhere that is cheaper than we can provide, then we'll recommend that other provider.
Now, you're a free service to people,
yes,
correct? And this is what you're valley-wide. You're rated with the Better Business Bureau. They're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, so you can see them all there. But more than anything, this is all about getting placed. There are people that are obviously listening here that might even be living with someone where they're just thinking, you know what, I'm not sure I can do this anymore, right? Mm-hmm. There are people that are listening that are baby boomers, that have parents that they not sure what they're going to do because, maybe they're not even able to do it. So they would call you, they would talk to you, and then you would do what you're doing for everybody is an in-home assessment. You're going to offer that for everybody to call in and get, which they'll come to you, you go to them, that's in their home.
Yeah, so we do a free in-home assessment, and many medical providers in the Valley do that. And one of the main goals that we're all trying to reach is to see if we can age in place. Can it be safer to live at home? And so we evaluate the fall risks. Can they stay at home with some home modifications or with some extra assistance? And then, of course, if recommended, then we can tour other options.
Right. Now, we're going to open up the lines here. She's going to be offering for everyone to get a case of gloves. I mean, this is a bit different, but there's a lot of people out there that are living with somebody that they got to wear the gloves, right? And so it's a vinyl or nitrile. Did I say that right?
Correct.
And this is a $40 to $60 value, free to you or anyone that you know. Our number here, we're going to leave these lines open for everyone to call in throughout the rest of the show. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's a case of gloves. And let me tell you something. Those gloves get expensive, and you got to use them all the time because you use them once, you got to throw it out, right? I mean, it's not like you can keep them on all day long. They're there for a reason. Now, you can check them out on their website, which is intouchseniorservices.com. You can call them. This is a free service to you. The number is 623-201-8545. Okay, so also we want to make sure that you understand that it's also about medical services as well. If you need, for instance, in things like, I guess I'm going to just say oxygen or things like that. What are the different things?
Yes, so we can recommend a mobile doctor, hospice, home health, palliative care, what the difference is, a temporary caregiver, a rehab center. What we do right now is we're working with rehab centers and hospices. We do industry reports on medical facilities and locations in Arizona, valley-wide, and we'll go and do an industry report and then post the difference between the facilities and the difference between hospices, or how to choose a facility or a hospice. Those are the two we're doing right now, and then we're moving on to other services like home health or medical companies like medical supplies. And then another program we have implemented is Upgrade Glendale, and we're working with every single assisted living home in Glendale, and we're helping implement their policies, their forms. We have a website with a password. It changes every month, and any care homeowner can log in and download all the resources they could possibly find and forms to help keep their standards.
Well, what I'm hearing from you is that you're all about educating.
Correct.
But on both sides, it sounds like. That's really awesome.
Absolutely.
That you're doing that. So basically what makes you different is what?
So one of the things that makes us different, there are some agencies that charge for state, which is all tax for placement for the facilities. It's always usually free to the families, but we don't, not even for the facilities. So when it comes down to all tax, we do free placement for the facilities and the families. And another thing that keeps us, there are many great agencies here in the Valley, maybe 100 referral specialists at least, but we're regulated. So we're a member of PASSERS. It's the Professional Association of Senior Referral Specialists, and they get regulated, so we don't step out of line. We follow the guidelines. We follow disclosures that have now been implemented. And another thing that we do differently is we actually created a group for all the referral specialists in the Valley so we can communicate, because we believe that together is better.
Absolutely. And what I also hear, too, from you is that there are people that want to stay home as long as they can.
Right.
So you offer the medical side of it, to the not only the resources, but also if you go in the house and you see that there's, this person needs maybe this, that, or the other thing, you can offer that to them at a special price, because you said that you look for the best prices also, that may even just keep them there for a little bit longer. So you wouldn't know until you actually have that in-home assessment with you.
And some of the items are free because a lot of the organizations are donating items to us. So we can provide them to the homes or an older adult in their home. Another thing that we are pushing for is we're a member of ALHA. It's the Arizona Assisted Living Homes Association. And we continue to get educated through them. They're always providing educational classes in the Valley open to the public. So because we are a board member, we get to learn a lot more about aging than we would just by researching the internet. We go to CEU courses about behavioral. A lot of times, a lot of our placements, they'll get put in a home by a family member or a friend, or, not a referral specialist, and they're not placed correctly. And we're always putting out fires. We're taking someone that has a little bit of behavioral, can just be monitored, and putting them in a home where they should have been in the first place. Sure. And sometimes some of these older adults, they've been relocated 6 times in 3 months, and then just keep being kicked out because they're beyond their level of care.
Well, I know now why you're so busy. I can hear it, because you actually do a lot more than I've heard anybody ever talk about. That's awesome. And they're here for you. You're a seniors advocate, but you're also, you called it, what was it?
Aging specialist.
Aging specialist, but you said that they're older adults. We don't call them seniors as much anymore, and we're calling them aging adults, which is
older
me.
adults.
Oh, older adults. That's me.
Well, because many of the older adults that we encounter, they don't want to be called a senior. They still want to live.
I was excited because I got a little discount, but anyway, go ahead.
And one of the other things, you do have a Medicare person coming up, but we're very excited about some of the new Medicare care changes that are becoming for older adults. They're going to be helping them age better in their homes. They're going to be providing some of the transport, medical transport, and some other supplies and resources to live in their home.
Well, we've got our lines open here, and I know it sounds kind of crazy, but if you need gloves to, while you're working to make sure you're sterile, she's offering for everyone to get entered into win. It's a case of gloves. It's either vinyl or the nitrile, whichever one works best for you. It's a $40 to $60 value. They're valley-wide, so call us here at the station and get this. Maybe it's you. Maybe you know somebody that might need something like this. That's what I love about my show. It's just all information. That's all it is. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll-free it's 1-866-536-1100. They're rated with the Better Business Bureau. You'll see them on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can check them out on their website. It's IntouchSeniorServices.com. They always do free in-home assessments that we're going to offer for everybody here. You can call in here and get that from me. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll-free, it's 1-866-536-1100, or you could call them direct at 623-201-8545.